So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Running back searching for a hole. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Spits it out to the back. Intercepted.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Kick comes up short, and he's going to try to bring it back. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big game. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
I think that's a decision the head coach is going to look back on and wish he had done the other thing and just kick it way down the field. You've got a tie game. We've got so much football left to play here in the second half. Instead, because you don't get the onside kick, your opponent is now set up in really nice field position to go down, score, and take the lead.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's King. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Finds a man by himself. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! They take the lead with the 6.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's looking deep. And that'll be incomplete, man. And a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try.
Turning it on! They'll stop him just short of the 1st down marker on the screen. Missouri gets to the line quickly. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Just keep swinging it. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And at this point in the game, you just can't say enough about how good the defense has been covering this guy. Coming into the game, they knew he was the critical factor for this offense with his skill set, but they have really been able to shut him down.
Gets away from one. He's got space. He smashes his way through again. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Missouri!
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. Generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finished with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Looking to throw, it's King. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on 4th down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Breaks into the open. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. The Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line. They'll try to get outside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. It's complete to the right.
catch. This receiver and quarterback have done this thousands of times. Finds the open man, throws a strike. The receiver does the rest, gets into the end zone.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they covered 42 yards on the drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Hardy. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Finds his tight end. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Now the play fake. Scrambling away. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Trying to escape and get it himself. Still on his feet. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
Well, you're trailing here in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're going to hurry up. Really nice job of awareness by the quarterback that time. Nothing open. You got to scramble. You got to go get the first down, yes, but also getting out of...
Going downfield for the big play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Found just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of a game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
And the Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo. He's got the tight end. Still on his feet at the 35. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a crease to the left. Quick spin on the line. Past the first down marker and still running. On the move at the 30. He's loose. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Getting to the end zone. Nice run.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Buys a little time with his feet. He'll try to do it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Finding open areas. There he goes! He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Defensively, I think you have different strategies for these situations. The clock is your friend, right? You want that thing to tick. You're up in the 4th quarter, but you don't want to sit back and prevent, because you've heard the saying, you really just prevent yourself from winning.
Unleashes one deep. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. One-possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high-percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
And the Yellow Jackets inside the final minute trying to wind this clock to 0. Back to throw, it's King. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man to the left. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Here's a throw downfield late. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up 4th down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
Oh, they're after him. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes a connection. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Fires into the end zone. And the pass is caught for a touchdown. And it looks as if we could be headed to overtime.
How about the offense in that situation to come up so big? The place is going bananas. It's so hard to hear. It's so hard to execute. And you just put 6 on the board and have a chance to kick this PAT and tie the game.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the 4th. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. And finding out which of these 2 teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
First play of the first possession of OT. To the air, it's King. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his man, it's Rivers. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Wants to go up top. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks, it's Rivers. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Here comes 1st and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. Snapped it in the shotgun. Back's got it. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! They strike 1st in overtime. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Tigers. They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after.
I Obviously, very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
Here in the second overtime, they'll snap it on first down. Handoff to the single running back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Now 3rd and long here in overtime as this defense wants to force a field goal attempt. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man. And what a throw to get it in there, and they've got it in business in the red zone at the 13.
There's not a lot to think about when you're the quarterback. You've got one of the best receivers in the country. You get him the ball any way possible. It doesn't matter if one guy's covering him or 2 guys are covering him. He just gets open and gets first downs.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Defense going to use a timeout here to make sure everyone is crystal clear on their assignment here in overtime. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Goes to the option. Touchdown Tigers! That score gives them the lead here in the 2nd overtime.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. Now in the 2nd overtime, you must go for the 2-point conversion. He wants to throw it. They can't convert, and the lead remains at 6, and now they'll have to go on defense.
Missouri, 48. Georgia Tech, 42.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Looking to throw, it's King. Quarterback adapting. On the run, fires downfield. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And they responded with a score of their own here in overtime.
I think the quarterback showed his head coach a lot on that last touchdown pass, the poise and the confidence. And because of that, David, on this upcoming 2-point play, you might just put it back in his hands and let him go win it for you.
Yeah, man, I need it again, right? Like these rules, I gotta go for 2. This is a clutch moment. Obviously, gotta come up big. Do you trust him again? You worked on these 2-point plays all year long, all week long. That's what you do. You know the rules. Now you gotta go execute.
He got it! The 2-pointer for the win, and they kick the game in double overtime. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.